Hey guys, welcome back. Ton here again with HobbyLink Japan, and it is time for another review. Now, before we get into talking about these two beautiful kits right here, just a quick reminder to all of the viewers out there, please be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Every last subscriber definitely helps, and hopefully we will have earned your subscription today. New game, new design for these units, and I have to say, I am really digging the looks of these two new units compared to the older one. The older ones are a bit, they're really cool, steampunkish looking, really kind of 1920s style look to them. But these new ones have kind of ditched that frumpy old design, and they've got really stellar killer looks. I just really love the design of these two suits. I'm just a big fan of kind of more bulkish type of units, and these are definitely right up my alley in terms of just the looks of the design and just how nice and bulky they are. Bulky in the legs, kind of really bulky, and just all around they just look quite great. And not only that, but Bandai did a pretty great job in terms of the colors that come included with these two kits. You can see just looking at these two units here, they have, like the one on the left there now is a kind of mostly a pinkish color, and we have a mostly white one. But then they have these gold accents all around the edges, pretty much nearly around almost all of the edges of the suit. Now Bandai, while I will say Bandai, there are quite a few stickers included with this kit. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about this here. So let me take a look at this sticker sheet. As you can see right here, ooh yeah, that is quite a few stickers that you will have to equip onto this kit. But it's not, all of those gold accent trims are not completely 100% stickers. There are quite a few. So like here on the side of this skirt here at the bottom of the leg, that's going to be one of the stickers. But then like here on the side skirt, and then on the helmet there, helmet or headpiece, I'm not really sure what you would call that, and all the shoulders here, and on the waist here and the front piece there. Now these are all actually molded in gold plastic pieces as well. So you do have some stickers that you are going to be applying, like the side of the hand, that on the side of the feet, all of the pieces on the side of the feet, the side of the leg there. These are all going to be stickers. So, but even though those are stickers, they don't really stand out. I don't really find them like screaming out to me saying, yeah, I'm really a sticker. I think, and part of that is really just because the amount of actual gold pieces that are molded and used as trim on this kit. So it's kind of a nice mix of between the gold trim pieces and the stickers. If it was 100% stickers, and I would agree that it's probably going to stand out quite a bit, and it's going to look quite not that great. But because you do have those gold pieces molded in plastic or just around all of the edges for these kits, and it really does make it really makes a difference. It really makes it look quite great, I do have to say. Alright, so other than that, we do have a couple of cool features to talk about with these kits as well. So as same with the previous Cobra Kais that we looked at, reviewed earlier, these are going to be, well, I'll just say they're 1/24th scale kind of mobile suit type of thing. So a Gundam, an HG Gundam is going to be 1/144 scale. So in 1/144th scale, the real grades actually, they do have like a really tiny pilot figure. But just because the scale, the pilot figure is really going to be hard to see. But because these are 1/24th scale, that means the figure on the inside is going to be much larger than would be on a Gundam, whether that's 1/144th scale or whether that's a 1/100 scale. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. I'll go ahead and grab the white one here. So the white one is going to be Seijurou Kamiyama. That's the name of the guy that is piloting this suit. And then the pink one is going to be for Sakura Amamiya. So two different pilots on the inside of each of them. Now this is going to be one of the other differences between these two kits. For the most part, I would say, at least for the molding, not the colors, but the plastic pieces that come included with this kit, they're pretty much 90% identical between the two kits. But there are some slight differences between the two, and we'll take a look at that. And first up, we'll take a look at the pilot on the inside. And actually, another thing, let's go ahead and talk about this here as well, since I've got a nice close-up look of the front face mask. this kit, aside from those foil stickers which we looked at earlier, it comes with another kind of sticker. This is the only sticker that is on the sticker sheet, though. It's one of those. It's a I want to say it's a 3D type of sticker. It's like they call it a jewel sticker. So it gives you this really cool looking mono eye on this unit, really kind of Zaku-ish, Xian-ish, which is kind of really awesome, I have to say. It looks quite nice. So you are going to be plugging that little sticker onto the front there. So let's go ahead and open up the hatch. So one thing the Cobra Kai's had that this kit doesn't is the Cobra Kai had those kind of like kind of a fabric type of pipe that stretched from the back to the front of that, and that kind of maybe got a little bit in the way when you try to open the hatch. But this kit doesn't have any of those weird kind of pipes like the Cobra Kai's. So let's go ahead and open up the hatch there, and we can see Mr. Seijurou piloting on the inside there. So we've got a nice cockpit. You can't really see it, and I won't be able to show off this. Now the front piece here, this does have just like a little tiny ability to kind of flex around, so you can't really flex this thing around a whole lot. Yeah, you can open up that top hatch at least, and you will be able to see the inside. You've got your little pilot figure sitting on the inside there. He looks quite cool. Now the Cobra Kai, the earlier release, that kit actually had a number of stickers that you had to apply to the inside of the cockpit for like the monitor screens and those type of things. But for these newer Mugen releases, they do not have any stickers on the inside of the cockpit, so that saves you there, because you apply those stickers and then you go ahead and you don't really ever see them again. At least I've never bothered to open up the other kits after I built them. So let's go ahead and grab the Spiricle Striker Mugen Sakura Amamiya type here, the pink one. Whoops, I just felt something got loose on my finger. And that is going to be this gold accent that I was talking about here. So you can actually see this kind of, I have had a slight bit of problem with these things popping off, especially the side skirt piece for this one. Doesn't seem to want to stay in place, and if you ever push that in the wrong direction, it just seems to pop off. But let's go ahead and open up the cockpit for this one here, and we can see Miss Sakura on the inside. So there you go, you can see this figure here. She looks quite stunning. Now you will notice that these the pilot figures, they are molded in just one solid color. So if you would like to paint them at all to kind of look like they would on the manual, or let's see, here we got the back of the manual. You can see a painted version of that figure sitting on the inside. She would look quite nice if you wanted to go crazy with painting that, but I'm not going to go that crazy for this review. But yeah, you've got that one solid piece colored figure on the inside. Now they actually do, since I have been talking quite a bit about the stickers, let's finish out our look at the stickers right now, because in addition to those metallic foil stickers for the extra gold accent trims, as well as some of the red pieces here like on the side of the shoulder, there are actually Waterslide Decals, depending on how you want to pronounce that are included with these two kits. Now the one for the Seijurou Kamiyama type, the white one, this one is actually going to have quite a bit more stuff to it. You've got it says Yoki 101, you've got his kanji there, and then here you can see there it's got Waterslide decals for the eyes. So if you wanted to paint the figures, but painting those eyes, just because of how minuscule, how small they're going to be, it's going to be really hard to try and brush paint those eyes. So Bandai has hooked you up with that in regards to that, and they actually have Waterslide decals that you can use for the eyes for both of them. So here we have the Sakura, and you can see the Sakura kit doesn't really have a whole lot in terms of Waterslide decals, just the two eyes and two round things, which apparently are going to be going onto the side of the arms, I believe I saw. So there is that. We got tiny little pieces of Waterslide decals that come included with this kit. All right, so these kits, there's really not a whole lot to talk about in terms of like gimmicks. They do have a few gimmicks here and there, and we'll also take a look at some of the other differences between these two kits right now. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the differences right away before I forget what I wanted to talk about. So one of the differences you can note right away is here on the helmet piece for the Sakura kit, the pink one, there is a plug that goes in the top. However, However, for the white one there, he has an antenna that is plugged into his helmet. So unfortunately, the pink one does not come including the antenna. I did not see it on the runner there, so you can't put on an antenna if you'd really rather have an antenna compared to that plug. So the pink one doesn't have the antenna. The white one does have the antenna. However, the white one also does have the plug piece if you would like to not have the antenna. So you have the ability to have no plug on the white one if you really would like. It has that piece marked out with the X on the instruction manual, so you're not supposed to use it, but if you're really desperate to use the plug on the white one, you actually can. Another difference between these two kits is actually going to be the sword. You can really see it well here when looking at the side of these two kits. So the white kit actually comes including 2 swords. However, the pink Sakura one only has 1 sword. Now that's not the only difference though, because the Sakura kit, the pink one, the sword is going to be much longer than the one that comes included with the white one here. And let's go ahead and pull out one of the swords. So it's quite nice, I have to say. There's a little sheath on the side that you can plug into his side skirt that's going to be able to hold onto the swords there. Let's pull this other one out, and then we can take a closer look at the 2 swords, and you can get a nice look at just how different the lengths are between these 2 swords. So as you can see right there, it's not maybe wanting to focus too well on these 2 swords. There we go. Yeah, definitely this one is just a bit longer than the white one, but the white one does have 2 of them. Now, not only that, but the shape of the hilt is going to be different between the 2. So Sakura's sword is not only does it have a red handle, which is quite nice. Actually, speaking of the handle as well, the handle is different. The handle is larger, and the handle, see if I can hold on to that so you can actually see what I'm talking about. The handle is longer as well, so it's large, so it's feels a bit wider to me, and it feels a bit longer. So that's another difference. But yeah, then that hilt, you got round hilt, and then you got square hilt for the other one. Now the silver pieces that you were seeing on the edge of the hilt, those are going to be stickers, so you will have to apply stickers to both sides of the hilt. All right, so that's going to be it for a look at the swords here. Let me plug these 2 pieces back in. Now, if you would not like to have these swords plugged into the side skirts here, another piece again, I guess I could say another piece that this kit includes here, we'll show it off on this one since she has the other one equipped at the moment. It comes with this kind of little round plug that you can push into the hole if you would not like to have the swords attached to the side skirts here. So if you would like to have just that plugged in, then you got 2 little plastic pieces that plug right into the side there, and you can plug that hole. As far as pieces that are actually like plastic pieces, molded plastic pieces, I think, and of course the pilot figure on the inside, I think that's really the only difference. Other than that, pretty much all the other pieces are going to be identical between the 2 kits. So you can decide which one you would like. Now, another cool feature nice difference I feel between the pink one compared to the white one is that the shoulder pieces here for the Sakura kit, the pink one, they're molded in red instead of being the same color as the white one. So and that's going to apply as well for this little knee guard. So the pink one just has a little bit extra added colors on it compared to the white one. The white one is, I mean, it's really cool. I actually kind of prefer maybe the look of the white one, but it is nice to have that little bit of extra color separation, or a bit of extra color going on that other one. Now, this kit did mention that there were a couple of gimmicks, although I'm not really sure how much I'd really want to call them that. And I think one of the gimmicks is going to be the ability for the arm to stretch out. So did you see that? That's going to be able to increase the range of flexibility that you were able to do with this kit. Also, same with the arm, you have the ability to pull the leg down a bit, and then that's going to allow you to have a wider range of movement there for the leg when you have that pulled down. So there's really not a whole lot to really write home about in terms of articulation for these kits, just because they're really short and they're really stubby and they're really bulky. And whenever you get the short, stubby, bulky stuff, you just pretty much know that you're not going to be able to pull off some pretty crazy poses with these things. But as you can see there, yeah, the knee has a decent range of movement. You can't really say it's a double jointed knee because it's not going to be able to bend all the way up. But the foot here, the foot does have a little bit of wiggle room side to side as well as front and back. It's a solid one-piece foot though, so you're not going to have like a separate toe or heel movement on the inside of that. So, but there is a bit of wiggle room, I guess you could say, and the same for the legs. The legs can go kind of front and back, and not going to really be able to write home a whole lot about the range of movement side to side for these leg pieces there. So you do have a range of movement there for the waist. You can twist from side to side, but other than that, not really a whole lot. The arm piece here is going to be connected by your rather standard HG style poly cap as well as a ball joint. So that's another thing I didn't mention yet about these kits, is that yes, these kits do feature poly cap joints. Not a whole lot though, I do have to say. Actually, I brought one of the polycap runners here, so let's take a look at this really quick, and you can just see which of the polycap pieces it does end up using. So you only end up using 4 of these. So you use your 2, the 3, the 4, and the 7. That's all you end up using for this kit. So it doesn't use a whole lot of polycaps, thankfully for that. And it is, even though it does use a few, I will say this kit does still feel pretty solid. So it's not really something that flexes around a whole lot when you kind of hold on to it, now that I've moved it around. So, but yeah, he is heavy, so if I try to do my test where I hold it by one leg, actually, yeah, he's able to hold pose there. That's kind of nice, actually. Didn't think he'd be able to do it because he's quite heavy on that top half. But yeah, he was able to do it just now, so quite nice to see. But yeah, flexibility, posability, not really a whole lot to write home about. That's okay by me because I'm just not that huge. I'm not a real big poser. I just like to stand my kits looking stiff on the shelf, I guess. Stiff, maybe just because I'm so stiff. I like my kits all to look stiff too. But he's got a cool looking jet engine type of thing on the back here, and that looks quite cool, I do have to say. We got some pipes just like the Cobra Kais. Actually, let's get around to talking, bringing in the Cobra Kai so we can compare these guys in a bit here. And then you can see where one of the other stickers gets applied to on the back here as well. And here we got more stickers on the back for those gold pieces, as well as this band around the engine. But it's on the back, so it... Oh, actually, maybe this is one of the worst offenders as far as sticker goes, because you never really get a good... stickers never really apply well over curved surfaces. So yeah, you get just this little tiny bit of gold trim here on the back. But it's on the back, so you don't really see it that well. And then the back of the foot too, just because this is just one long sticker that kind of goes around the entire back of the foot, and it maybe doesn't look the best. But yeah, it's on the back, so you don't really have to see it that often, that much actually, especially if you just have it standing on your shelf. All right, so let's bring in the Cobra Kai. So here we have the first pink Cobra Kai. Let's go ahead and maybe put it on the turntable there. So you can see right away there is it's not standing very straight there. Quite a bit of a size difference between these two kits. So the other one, the older Cobra Kai, is a bit stubbier, and it has a cool design. I still like the design of that older one, but I really just dig the design of the newer ones. It just looks a lot more sleek. It's a lot more bulky. It's a lot bigger. Like those gold accents just really set it off, I have to say. But other than that, I mean, as far as like a steampunk looking look, the older Cobra Kais look quite well, I have to say. They do still have a little bit of gold accents on the back there and just here and there, just not as much as these newer ones. But yeah, I mean, if you like the design of these style kits, then definitely you can't go wrong with getting both of these and just having them side by side, because they're quite cool looking kits. So maybe I build so much Gundam all the time that maybe I just enjoy seeing different styles every now and then. And then I have my white Cobra Kai here. So just like the new one, this guy also had dual swords. The other one I think also just had one sword. So it looks quite cool. Now, one of the cool features about this one is he had these eyes, and they did have the ability to move around so you could pose them. And there's those hoses I was talking about earlier that plug in. Looks kind of cool. But yeah, as I mentioned, I really dig the design of these newer Mugen kits, but I mean, that's to be expected. Newer stuff, kind of, well, not always, but newer stuff, they got newer designs, and sometimes they just look really awesome, which is definitely the case with these newer Sakura Wars Mugen kits. Okay, definitely if you're a fan of the looks of these kits, or if you're a fan of the games, the Sakura Wars games, definitely pick these kits up because they look quite stunning. Really love the kits. I gotta say, this is June, so we've already gone through just about half of the year, and so far, for everything that I have built so far this year, these new Mugen kits, at least as far as looks go, they're probably right up there at the top of my list for the coolest looking kits that I have built so far this year. Just really awesome looking. I just love the look of these guys. Definitely my type of mobile suit. So great, stunning looking kits. Definitely pick these things up. They just look beautiful. All right, so that's going to end this review. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Smash that like button. No, you don't have to do that, but definitely please be sure to hit that subscribe button. All right, thank you all out there very much for watching, and we will be back with more reviews soon.